Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to InfernoKun, back with The Walking Dead, the final season, my discussion about returning characters. Now last week was Krista and her discussion about could she actually come back and why we want her to come back, just various aspects that would tie more into the development of her character and just why we want her back in general. This video can be focused more on Lilly, the character that I really saw in the comments a lot of last week's video talking about, hey, I want Lilly, I want her back, she was a pretty cool character, and I saw many of your comments saying that you would like Lilly, and hey, I honestly would too. So let's go ahead and get into why I want Lilly back as well, and pretty much why if I had to choose between having Krista or Lilly back, I would probably choose Lilly. So let's go ahead and get into where we last left off with Lilly. Of course, we met her in The Walking Dead Season 1 in the Everett drugstore. And that was our initial impression, meeting of the character of Lilly. And she was not a very nice lady, okay? She was definitely very, very mean, very protective of the people that she was with, and very, very cautious, okay? So, of course, time goes on, and we actually leave her off in episode 3, where you go ahead and tell her to get the hell out, just go, or you tell her to get in the RV and shut the hell up, okay? So anyways, that was of course in Macon, Georgia, okay? So of course, The Walking Dead, the final season, gonna be taking place more towards the Virginia area because the New Frontier was in Virginia, and this might be the same thing as well. So moving on to basically why we want Lilly and what kind of aspects made her a good character. Now for the most part, of course, she wasn't very nice most of the time. She was kind of a bit, pessimistic a little bit and very mean. But generally, if you got her on her good side, she was not that bad of a person, to be honest, okay? So of course she was a good character. She was more in a leadership role where she struggled between wanting to lead the group, but she had, other conflicts like Kenny, who argued with her constantly. Now, for the most part, she kept you questioning your decisions most of the time. She would often let out her opinion and make sure that, she was heard, like she did with the whole duck situation and the whole, ration situation, things like that. And we got to see her develop a lot throughout her time in season 1 with the events, like, of course, the initial argument with the group, in episode 1, and then in episode 2 having to pick out rations. She was fed up with doing that, and she gave it off to Lee to do because she was fed up with people thinking that, it's such an easy thing to do, and people basically ridiculing her for making these tough decisions. Then of course in episode 2 as well and 3, it kind of got more into an argument between whether to stay at the motor inn or not, various leadership choices that Kenny argued with Lilly about. And of course the death of her dad affected her pretty hard, which led into her being very paranoid about a traitor amongst the motor inn group, which of course led to her killing Carley. A lot of stuff that's very connected that was just awesome for a character. Yeah, you might not have liked her, but down on paper, man, she was such a good character in terms of just all this stuff, fighting with Kenny, her dad dying, and then having to be so paranoid about various things that led to her eventually just getting really, really fed up and killing somebody out of suspicion. That was generally a shocking moment, and it showed, how much her character has developed throughout the season. And then of course you end up leaving her on the side of the road or taking her along in the RV, which she ends up stealing anyway. So obviously her status is left unknown. She is unknown. Where she is, we don't know, okay? She's probably still alive, she could be dead, anything is possible at this moment with, of course, Kenny. But I also want to mention that, of course, Lilly said she was in the Air Force. I believe she was an Air Force officer, so she was in the military, which of course comes with some pretty good survival skills. Now, personally, I would think that since she was in the military and all, that would come with some survival skills, as I said, things like, learn to survive on your own and things like that. You could definitely tell after episodes 1, 2, and 3 of season 1 that she was indeed a very, very tough lady. mostly in her attitude, but she carried around a rifle and she had a pretty good aim as well. So it's definitely possible that she could still be alive and that she could be surviving on her own. She definitely has the skill set to do that, with her being in the military and all. And I would think that she would have no problem surviving unless she ran into some kind of rogue group. Maybe even the saviors pick her up, things like that. It's probably not possible, but unless she ran into a really, really hostile group, she could probably definitely still be alive. Just because she was left on the side of the road doesn't mean she's gonna just roll into a ball and be like, okay, my life is over, I'ma die now. And also, one thing, okay, I've been getting a lot of comments about this, like in the past, of people saying, oh, she can't come back, she's dead. You saw her body on the side of the road in the DLC character Russell's story. She right there dead. That wasn't Lilly. It was Carley, okay? It's obviously Carley. Come on now. Come on, people. Like, you wouldn't believe how many comments I got saying that Lilly was dead in Russell's story on the road. It was actual insanity. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue on with how I want her to be implemented into the final season and basically ways that, her and Clementine might interact. So, if you go ahead and look in Lily's time throughout season 1, you can see that she didn't really interact too often with Clementine. You see her barely at all talking to Clementine and, just like barely, like none. But she did care about Clementine, okay? She cared about the kids, like, Duck and Clementine. And one of the reasons why, Lily was all just, batshit crazy about the medicine is because of Clementine's well-being. She did care about Clementine and her safety and told Kenny that, hey, I'll protect Clementine, told Lee that as well. And Kenny said himself that Clementine was one of the only people that Lily actually cared about, which is very, very important. And, I'm not sure if Clem knew that, but I do think that Lily did give Clementine her little hair ties that she has on to this day. So that's pretty good, There's no bad blood. They're just generally, friends, I guess. They wanted to... Lily did care about Clementine's well-being, which is, pretty important. So their interaction in the final season, how will that go? Lily, it's been like almost a couple years. When they were around each other, Clementine was about 8 to 9 years old. Now she's about to be 14 to 15 or 16 years old. That's around 5, 6, or 7 years. That's a long time being, apart from this person. And to have them come back would be a very, very weird feeling, because Kenny came back when Clementine was like 11 years old. So that wasn't too far away. That was about like 2 years, to be honest. But to see this person come back after, 5, 6, or 7 years, that's gonna be a while. That's gonna be pretty weird to see. It can happen. It did happen in the Walking Dead TV show, so anything is really possible, to be honest. So what do you guys think about Lily coming back? Because I think her and Clementine's, conversation would definitely be weird. It'd be kind of cool to see how Lily treats Clementine now that she's like a teenager now, and that she's all kind of quote unquote grown up and more hardened and things like that. That'd be pretty cool to kind of see them. It might be a little awkward, to be honest. They barely even spoke to each other a lot, but I can say that, it'd be cool to see what Lily thinks about Clementine now that she's actually, grown up, and it's been a very, very long time. So what do you guys think about Lily coming back in the final season? Could it be her? It definitely could be. Nikki Rapp is, still keeping up with the community, and she doesn't know anything right now, but it could be possible that Nikki Rapp, the voice actress for Lily, by the way, so it could be possible. What do you guys think about that? It could definitely be a genuine surprise, and I would love to see Lily come back because she was such an awesome and deep character. I mean, I'm gonna give you a little choice here, okay? So, do you prefer they go ahead and leave Lily alone, just have her be just unknown, her character was great, leave her alone, don't touch her, please? Do you guys think that? Or do you guys want her back to kind of just expand more about her character? Because she does really have a bunch of potential to be an even greater character. Or they could end up fucking her up like Kenny and Jane. That would be, I wouldn't forgive them for that, okay? So what do you guys think about that? All that I said in the video, go ahead and comment down below what you guys want. What you guys want, Krista? You guys want Lily? Do you guys want them to leave them alone? Nobody comes back at all? What do you guys think about that? it definitely is possible. They said that someone could possibly return. It's definitely really possible. So, you know, hopefully they aren't just bluffing with us for the millionth time and we actually see somebody return for the final season. Comment down below and tell me, and be sure to like the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe for more InfernoKun videos on the channel. And also join my Discord server. It will be in the description box below, as well as you might have seen it earlier in a little box thingy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm InfernoKun, and I'll catch you guys next time on The Walking Dead.